Hi and welcome to part 4 of Blenders for Absolute Beginners. This time we will create some materials and colors for our house, and we will also go through a bit of the viewport modes. So let's start by go up to the top right. We are now in solid mode. Everything is gray, and we can also check what it looks like in wireframe mode by selecting that. Now we have a wireframe of the model or the house that we have created. We can also toggle on the X-ray vision mode so you can see through objects. Now I will go to the material preview mode. Everything is white. That's because we haven't assigned or created any material or color to anything yet. We can also check how it looks like in the rendered preview mode. It's pretty dark right now, so let's add a sun. I will press Shift A, light, sun. It's now in the middle of the house, so I will press G and move it there. I will rotate it by pressing R, and I will check the values of the sun here. Color, the sun is supposed to be a little bit yellowish, like that. And the strength 3 is usually a good value. There is the rendered preview mode with shadows and everything. So you can get an idea of how everything looks later on when we render a picture of this house. Now let's go back to material preview, and we will create the first material for the house. So I select the house and I will go down to Material Properties. Here I will create a new material by pressing New. Let's name this material to House Base. And we have a principal BSDF shader or material with different values that we can tweak to make the material look like metallic or very glossy, and also change the colors and add textures and everything. But right now we will choose a base color. So I will select by pressing here in the color space, and I will choose a red color and lower the value a bit. That's good. Now let's create the material for the chimney. Press New, name it Tiles, choose a color, orange, dark orange, like that. And let's do the same thing with our ground. New, name it ground, dark green. Now we want to colorize things in our house, like the window and the door, perhaps the door frame and the roof. So to do that, we have to go into edit mode. So I'll press have the house selected and press tab on my keyboard, and let's start with the door. I have the select box on, and I will click on the faces. I can't because I'm in edge select mode, so I will press here. Or shortcut for that is 1 vertex, 2 edges, and 3 on the keyboard is face. Now I can select the faces. So I will shift select. Click select the first face, hold down shift and the other ones. Now with those selected, we go over to our material properties and press plus, because we will add a material. And then New. Let's name this to door, and choose a color for the door, maybe gray. So for anything to happen now in the viewport, we have to also press the assign here. So I press assign, and we have a grayish door. Let's do the same thing for the window. Go into edit mode, select the window or the glass in the window, press plus, new, let's call this glass, press assign, and we will make a simple glass, stylized glass material. So we will just change the base color here to maybe a bit blue, and we will lower the roughness value like that. Toggle out of edit mode into material preview, and we see that we have a glossy bluish window. Now we will select I would like to colorize and select all these frames for the door and the window. The easiest way to do that is make sure that we are in front view. So I click up here, X. I will toggle on the X-ray. I will have my select box checked, and I will select all these at once. So I will just left click, drag, release. I will hold down Shift and do that with the rest of these. If you by mistake is selecting more of these, you can just click on them again. Sometimes you have to toggle out of X-ray mode. So hold down Shift and deselect them by clicking on them. Continue by selecting the door frame, hold down Shift and just drag and release. And now we can see that we have selected our frame. Let's create a material, and we will have to press plus, new, let's call this frame. We can assign it right away. It's white, and that's exactly what I want. So I toggle out now from edit mode, and now it's time to apply a material for the roof. So we can go in edit mode again and select all the faces that we would like to color and have as a roof. I'm using my select box tool here, and I'm holding down Shift. I can click by selecting or click and drag. Select the faces underside as well. Like that. Okay, let's make a material. Press the plus sign, new. Call it roof. I think I will have it dark gray, almost black. Press assign. For this I will increase the roughness to get a bit more matte finish. And we have a problem because I would like to color here as well. So to fix that, we go into edit mode, and we can press so we look from the exact side view in the -y axis. And now we will use the knife tool. We have used the loop cut tool, now we'll use the knife tool, and we will have the vertex select mode. To have to see this a bit easier, I will go in and have solid mode on. So with the knife tool here, I aim for this vertex. I click, I move my mouse to there when I have the line connected to the dot, and I click. I drag my mouse down to the last vertex and click. And to finish the cut, I will press enter on the keyboard, and we have made a cut. Now we will have to do that for the other side as well. So I will press the Y axis. Now let's do the same thing here. Aim for the vertex up to the top roof, about there. Click down to the last vertex and click. End it by enter. Now I will deselect my knife tool by clicking on the select box. I will check so I have my face select mode on, and we have selected all the faces that we want. So we can just go over to the material properties and press assign, or are the materials. Now we will go into the material preview mode and toggle out, and we have made material and colored our house. Let's check how this looks like in rendered preview mode with our sun. So that's it for this time. Next time we will go over some render settings and render a picture of this house. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you see you next time.